Elden Ring is one of the biggest games From Software has ever created. It's been almost 4 years since this game has came out, and the first time I played it, it was amazing, but I never actually beat it. So I decided to start over, make a brand new character, and finally beat Elden Ring. Our journey starts in the character creation, where I gave my tarnish a name that basically guarantees victory. We wake up in the creepy cathedral, head outside, and realize we're on some kind of isolated island. Not long after, we run into one of the first bosses in the game, the Grafted Scion. I actually tried to beat it, but somehow I still die, even though the game doesn't even show me dying. Then we wake up in the cave where we run through the tutorial, learn the basics, and take on our second boss encounter, Rick. After that, we hop on an elevator that finally takes us up into the beautiful world of Elden Ring. We talk to Vari just for him to immediately roast us and tell us that we have no maidens. And then we head off to fight one of the hardest early optional bosses, the Tree Sentinel. And as someone who basically started fresh again, this guy was rough. After around 2 hours of trying to beat this boss, I finally achieved victory. Bitch! Oh yes, thank God. From there, we reach a site of grace where we finally meet Melina.
Greeting, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord.
She sees that we have no maiden, takes pity on us, and offers to become our maiden. We accept her offer, totally not trying to look desperate. I head towards Stormhill, where I meet Rodrika, who basically tells us that her whole crew was killed and turned into Grafted Scion. Before heading to Stormhill, I decide to explore all of Lengrave first. We meet the full moon witch Ronnie, who's going by Rena the first time we see her, and she gives us a spirit calling bell and our wolf spirits. We keep on exploring and find an Everjail, where we fight a Crucible Knight. After many deaths, I finally beat him and move on. I clear some catacombs, defeat a few more bosses, fight invaders with the help of our friendly neighborhood, Yura, and even beat up Patches until he begs for mercy. I find another Everjail, where we fight the Bloodhound Knight and get one of the best early game weapons, the Bloodhound Thing, a weapon people both hate and love at the same time. We meet Melina again, and this time she takes us to the Round Table Hold, where we meet more characters, including the best girl of all, Fia. After a long cuddle session, we head back out and run into Kenneth, who tells us his fort has been taken over. So we decide to help him out, clear our fort, and find one half of the Dex's medallion. We report back with the good news and get the Earthsteel dagger as a reward. I decide to challenge one of the early game dragons. After 3 attempts, we finally bring it down and get his heart. I clear another cave, defeat the boss inside, then head south, where I meet Irina. She asks if we can deliver a letter to her father at Castle Morn, so we accept and set off. Before getting there, I get distracted and do even more exploring. I find another Everjail, defeat the ancient heroes of Zamor, and get the Radical Scar Seal. I take down an Erdtree avatar and receive the Opaline Bubble Tear and the Crystal Burst Crystal Tear. After a few more bosses and side detours, I finally make my way to Castle Morn. Inside the castle, I'm greeted by a whole posse of Misbegone, and everyone's favorite nightmare, dogs. I push through the castle, defeat more enemies, and eventually reach the boss, the Leonine Misbegone. After just 2 attempts, I beat him and receive the Grafted Greatsword. I then find Irina's father, Edgar, give him the letter, and let him know I defeated the boss so he can return to his daughter. Only to find out he has been killed, and he's not happy about it. After almost 13 hours of defeating bosses and doing side quests, I finally decide it's time to head to Stormville Castle and face Margaret the Foul Omen.
In search of the Elden Ring. Emboldened by the flame of ambition.
Little does Margaret know, I've been in a full training arc. This time, I pretty much outclassed him. After defeating Margaret, I head towards the castle and take the side entrance, where I meet a very sus individual who tells us to use the side path. We trust him and immediately get attacked by giant birds with blades for legs. I keep going along the side path, defeat a few more soldiers, and make my way deeper into the castle. I end up in a dark room where someone locks me in. With a banished knight, I manage to beat him, grab the key, and continue climbing through the castle until I find another side of grace. While exploring more, I run into another Crucible Knight, defeat him, and get the aspect of the Crucible Horn. Eventually, I find what's left of Roderick's companion, and find another Grab the Sign, who's probably using parts of her crew. As I keep exploring, I end up in the lower part of the castle, where I'm greeted by an Ulcerated Tree Spirit. I defeat it, grab a golden seed, and stumble onto what's left of Godwin, or at least what he's become. After exploring most of the castle, I'm finally ready to face Godric the Grafted.
Mighty dragon, thou the true-born heir. Lend me thy strength, O kindred. Deliver me unto greater heights. Well.
Godric is expecting just another tarnish to steal his limb from and graft them onto himself, but I've trained for this moment. Once I get him to half health, he pulls out his trump card and literally grafts the dragon hand onto his arm, gaining a whole new set of attacks.
Of dragons, lend me thy strength.
I defeat Godric and finally earn my first Grey Rune. As I watch his servant stomp onto Godric's lifeless head, I head to the Divine Tower to activate Godric's Grey Rune, and then set my sights on our next destination, the Academy of Raya Lucaria.